All right, so I saw this article posted by StripePipe.com. NFL reporter predicts when the Bengals might extend Jamar Chase. And I still love when I see NFL reporter at this point. Just because, like, yeah, that's the most 100% accurate thing possible. Anyway, though, I'm sorry, I have a beef with the media at this point, with all the stuff they have said this offseason about us. I have a very, very bad beef with the media. But anyway, NFL reporter predicts. Now, I always find it funny whenever someone tries to predict when we're get like a contract done with a player, just because it is the most unpredictable thing you could ever predict. Like, there's a million things you could predict that will happen before you could predict correct when a player will get a contract done. Because contracts can get done within 3 days, can get done within 1 week, can get done within a year and a half. Like, there's no deadline in any way or any way to predict when a contract gets done. Unless you have an inside source inside the, negotiation room and you are able to kind of see where the teams are, there's no way to predict it. And now I will say, because Justin Jefferson just got paid, and that was the big factor that was, kind of looming over this whole negotiation talk. Once he got paid, then Jamar Chase kind of has an outline. He wants to be the next highest paid wide receiver. You look at all the other receivers who just got paid. So now it's like there's not too many more receivers who have to get paid before Jamar Chase has to get paid. I mean, obviously you do have Brandon Ayuk, but other than that, there's not too many more options, that's like big name that has to get paid. So in reality, it should be next up is Jamar Chase, right? Because everyone else got paid. He had the outline of, okay, I want to get paid more than that. Anyway, though, predicting when Chase will get the bag. In a recent mailbag, NFL reporter Albert Beer of Sports Illustrated predicts that a deal will come for Chase shortly before the start of the regular season. Obviously, we start off against the Patriots on September 8th. I think it will happen closer to the opener. I actually don't think the money is too complicated. Cincinnati should just give him a little bit more than Justin Jefferson got in Minnesota, especially with a 50 with extra years left on his rookie contract to manage the damage. And that's kind of exactly what, I said before about the Justin Jefferson contract. So by adding, by taking his contract now, right? And then you add on, let's say, 3 or 4 years. It means his new contract doesn't start for, obviously until 2026, 2027. Well, actually, for Jamar Chase, it would start in 2026. But because of that, you're able to kind of push the money down the road. And also, again, the salary cap goes up, so it works out in the end. Closer to, I think, okay, here's what I'll say about this, right? I think it happened closer to the opener. But it's a little tricky if you're willing to go over there to around 36 million, 37 million per year, is how you structured it with this guaranteed. So that will take some time, but in the end, Chase isn't going anywhere. And I agree, Chase isn't going anywhere. But here's what I'll say about the whole situation, and I think it is a little bit more tricky than this reporter goes ahead and makes it seem. The problem with Chase's contract, and we have understood this from the very beginning when Chase has been very vocal about it, is that, as he said, he's not dipping in the same, pool as T. Higgins is or other players is. He wants more guarantee and more of a signing bonus, it seems, than, what Justin Jefferson wanted, which was money per year. So he wants more kind of guaranteed money and money in his pocket than money against the cap. So that's the only issue, is that, that has to get worked out. And obviously that's also, money where you have to push money toward the future. You have to prorate it over 5 years with a signing bonus. And there's a lot of, talk in that aspect. So I don't think this contract is as easy as Sports Illustrated here puts it on. Could it get done by the regular season? Absolutely. Do I think it's going to be? I don't know. I mean, again, like I said, I know now that the structure is kind of out there, like, okay, this is what they got paid. I agree that there is a blueprint of how the contract could be structured. The problem is every player is different. And if Chase wants it more of a guaranteed, he might try to get it. Otherwise, again, if he's different pond here or different pool, he could in theory say, hey, listen, I'm okay if our per year contract ends up being 25, 26 million per year. But I want the signing bonus. I want the guaranteed money. And I'm okay if we prorate this over 5 years, add 5 void years, and then you just split it up over 5 years. But at the end of the day, I want that money. So, for example, what you could do is say, okay, well, he wants a lot of that money. Let's say he wants, 80 million or 85, 90 million. And you put that 90 million over a 5-year period. I know that's a lot. I'm just kind of giving a hypothetical here. Put it over 5 years, and you put it at the end of the contract. Well, clearly that's going to be a lot less money per year, right? And obviously, the void years, that's guaranteed money at the end. But like, if you did do what I just said, that's 18 per year at the end of his contract. So if you give him like, let's say 100 and let me see exactly how it would be. I think it would be 140 million. Yeah, well, 140. That would be around, in the end there, think about 50 million over 4 years, which would be around 12 a year. Now, again, I know 12 million a year for Jamarr Chase. That's crazy. Come on, man. That's no way that would happen. But the reason why is because you're giving him all that money in the signing bonus. You're just pushing it toward the future for him. So there is that aspect that he could go with, which again, I mean, if he goes that aspect, that's a really challenging contract to work out. And again, would the Bengals allow that? Would the Bengals agree to that? And I'm just throwing out a real hypothetical number here at 90 million. But again, it could be less. It could be 60, 50, whatever. My point is, if Chase wants it more in a guaranteed, signing bonus at the end of the contract, that's a huge thing to work out. So I don't know 100% if it will get worked out by the season. Obviously, this is just a prediction by Albert Beer here. But I will say overall wise, yeah, I mean, listen, it's very possible. But I don't think, and again, I disagree, I don't think it's as easy as he's making it out to be. I think it's still a very challenging contract. It's just that, you have more of a blueprint. But again, if this contract is not structured the way Justin Jefferson's structured, then Justin Jefferson's contract is absolutely null and void when it comes to a blueprint. When it comes to actually helping out Chase's contract. Because if it's, again, just completely different contract, then, well, that's not really going to help out at all. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Who dey?